Hello. I'm Kevin. How should I start this video? Can't just introduce my name, can I? So, I'm Kevin Gao. This is a 8-ring tutorial for Fire Arts Magazine. Hello. These are 8 rings. What are 8 rings, you might ask? Well, they're 2 circles stuck together in the shape of an 8. There's not actually 8 rings, they just look like 8s. Sorry for the confusion. Another answer to what are they? They're kind of like isolation hoops plus double staffs plus fans had some crazy love child and they made this thing. They have a ton of interesting properties coming from those prop types, and they also share a lot of properties also with multi-sphere contact ball. But let me show you what we're here to learn today. So the move I want to show is one of my favorites. You start from a line presentation of your 8 rings, and what you do is, I'll tell you what you do. This is what it looks like. Pretty neat, right? You can even stop at a couple points and do like, oh, switching over. Whoa! Whoa! Alright, now switching out. Okay, so how to do this wonderful magic move? Kevin, you might ask, reader. Hope that wasn't too awkward for you. This is a combination of isolations and finger twirls. So how do I finger twirl? I use a spot grip and I grab the rings in the center, and what I do is, if I come close to the camera, is I move my back pair of fingers, twist, and then my front pair of fingers until I get this kind of consistent rotation. Cool. Alright. Definitely more on that later. I plan on making more tutorials on how to do this prop, and there's definitely a lot to be said on on different grip techniques and their benefits or whatever. The main reason why I use that technique is that I feel like it distributes the strain of finger twirling over the entirety of my hand, which makes it overall a lot easier. Alright, so how do isolate? Alright, so to isolate, what you want to do is you want to kind of see the 8 ring in your perspective and kind of pick the space in which it's kind of enclosing and keep that space stationary. And you just do this exercise slowly, and eventually what you can do is you can draw the entire circle without the ring. Well, the ring is moving, but it doesn't look like it's moving, which is pretty cool. Cool. So your goal then is to learn that with both hands and in both directions. Generally, it's easier to start learning the opposite direction one because it's mirroring over each side of your body, which makes the move overall easier. In the move I'm going to teach you in this tutorial, you only need the opposite direction one, but it's really important to learn the same direction one because it's pretty badass. As you can see, it's pretty sweet. Just to finish off this tutorial, really what you want to do at this point now is you want to keep the inner ring being the one pointed towards the other ring. You want the ring pointed towards the other ring on one side and the ring pointed away from the other ring on the other side. So that would be this ring and this ring. You want to isolate those 2 rings. So why am I stopping at these points? So I'm stopping at these points because I think they're very critical geometric points to hit when you're doing this isolation that help you check whether your 8 rings are actually staying in time or not. So there's this kind of up pointing and down pointing point, and then the reconstruction of the line, then up pointing, down pointing, and then back to the original line. So that move alone looks like this. So that's just keeping those isolation points constant. So the move I showed you originally, though, had these isolation points changing. Basically what happens is that when you reconstruct the line on the opposite side, you can switch your isolation points. So it looks like this. So that can be a little bit confusing, so I'm going to do that slowly a couple of times. It's oop, line, oop, line, oop, line. Cool. So hopefully that was helpful to you. If you want to know how to make 8 rings, it's a pretty simple process. You kind of just take 2 juggling rings and screw them together or tape them together or something. It's a pretty cool prop overall. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it. Stuff ranging from this kind of stuff, which is kind of like double staff and magnetic baton, to stuff more like isolation hoops, to even stuff like fans with like this kind of, just a lot of cool things you can do with this prop. So have fun spinning. Thanks for watching. Peace.